Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, now I was going to talk about something this morning, as I always do when I'm out in the car, but then something happened that's made me completely lose my train of thought. That yeah, sometimes realization of stuff and you know, well, let's just sort of get it out there. Now, late last night, whilst I was about to go and catch some Z's in my bunk, I suddenly noticed that I was gaining a load of subscribers, more than normal. I mean, I normally get 1 or 2 per video or something like that, but I then suddenly got a sudden surge. And then I was looking and I thought, well, hold on a minute, no, there isn't a massive surge in views, so where the hell have all these subscribers come? Not that I'm complaining, of course, because subscribers is, to me, personally, an indication of whether I'm doing something right or wrong. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, as something that is a true indicator of how well I'm doing and whether I'm resonating with people. Money and all those sort of things is completely secondary, because I keep saying it's about getting the message out. It genuinely is about getting the message out. And then again, this morning, get up early in the morning, as I always do, because you know, that's what I have to do. And I have usually in the morning, once I've got up and got the usual stuff out the way, got all the dinner, the lunch is ready for the kiddlywinks and stuff like that, I then look at the I have a few minutes to be able to sit down. I always make sure I've done this, to sit down and have a cup of coffee and chill for 10-15 minutes in the morning before I have to sort of get back at it. And that's what I usually do. So I've got everything ready in the morning, sit down, cup of coffee, first cup of coffee of the day, sit down, watch, flick through some YouTube videos, as you do. And there was one boy I noticed about, Dino Bain. Now, I did mention Dino in a previous video, because I know he'd had his channel demonetized for whatever reason, and I said, you know, people should go and support, we should support each other. And I do love his channel. I think, you know, he's should we say, got a unique way of putting things, and I love it. I just do. I love, the thing is, I love loads of different people on different YouTube channels, because I love our individuality and our ability to be individuals yet still push the same message. And I think it's amazing. As I said, we are the media. Lunatic. Any case, because we have become the media. We didn't really want to, it just kind of happened that way, and it's because we don't have, we see things and respond to things from a personal point of view. And he was covering one of my videos, the Starmer and that jab, and I was just sat there like blown away, absolutely blown away. And I don't think I'm really getting my head wrapped around the fact that this whole YouTube thing, originally, as I said, I mean, quite a few new subscribers may want to wonder why I do what I do and this, that and the other, so we might as well, as I can't remember what the hell I was going to talk about the first time, because yeah, old Dino blew me away, and then I've completely lost my train of thought. I might as well cover why I do what I do and who I am, etc., in a roundabout way, and sort of address some of the concerns that Dino and others have sort of brought up, which is only fair. So, right, first things first, the driving round in the car. Now, I do stuff. I have got like a little area, a studio, should we say, man cave, whatever you want to call it, set up, but it's outside in a shed kind of structure. Well, it's a single-skinned brick outbuilding that used to be a coal house originally. So needless to say, because it has zero insulation, this time of year, it's a bit of a challenge to do stuff in there. Now, I have also got it set up in the house. But the problem with both of those is, obviously, I've got a family and we're busy. And I don't always get those moments of time to be able to sit down and talk to a video camera. So the only time that I do get a few moments of peace and quiet to myself is in the car running around. Now, I know I had some of the videos I did where the camera was facing forward and people are concerned about me giving away where I live. I see that, I hear that, that's why we've changed this. But the simple truth of the matter is I can't help where I live. But also be aware that both videos start and end way before I get anywhere near my house. I can't live, I live where I live and this is what I do, but the actual location of my house is, you may be able to, well, you can see some of the road names, but that doesn't necessarily lead you to where I live, because I'm careful about that. But also, because of that now, the camera, when I'm in the car, is always going to be this way around. Unless there's a specific reason why I want it the other way. But I because I hear you and understand. And also because I didn't really think that the channel would get to where it is now. I really genuinely didn't. It was... originally, this channel was... I used to talk about Doctor Who. I've said this on many other videos, but it's the truth. But way back before, there was another channel. Now, this channel goes a long way back. So I have been doing YouTube for a while now. A long time, really. But not the way that you would see me as you see me now. Originally, I had a channel way back in the day. When it all started, give you a general idea. I became a beta tester for a game, Elite Dangerous. So I did a YouTube channel, which was a way of showing the game and also a way of being able to use it as a way to send any bugs, etc., to the developers in video format. So they could actually physically see what the problem was. And that went well, and that was going great. And it just petered out. Purely because I'd moved on to other things. The game had been launched. So the original reason for the video, the channel had stopped. It was created because of that, for that reason. And then for a fair few years, didn't do a lot. And then I started to realise I quite like doing gaming videos, so it moved on to that. So the channel was originally called, there's lots of channel names. It's took me a while to get to where I am. So this is the journey of it. So we had Daddy 07, which was the game, the commander name I had in the game. It then eventually turned into Gamer 50, which was just me, because I was 50 at the time. Big giveaway. Playing games. And while I was playing games, I was also sort of talking bits during the games. I was talking about Star Trek, Star Wars, and all the things, all the films I like, and just generally chitty-chatting about that. And then the channel was doing, it wasn't doing brilliantly, but I was doing it because I just enjoyed doing it. It was just something to do, and it was a really good hobby. Just some bit of fun. And then COVID turned up. That wonderful coof. And everything changed. But by then I was beginning to start to chat to a lot of other people in the Doctor Who world, the fandom as such. Now, whenever I talk about Doctor Who, I never class myself as a Whovian at all. I'm just somebody who really, really likes the show, but I'm not really that into it, or I wasn't really that into it. But I was talking to a load of people, and there was a group of people who were doing a weekly podcast about it, so I joined them. Doctor Who Chat, it was called. And all the way through COVID, we every week went on and did podcasts or quizzes and stuff like that, and just talked about Doctor Who, and it was all great. Now, then, because I was doing that, the channel name then changed from Gamer50 to Dr. 50, which caused an interesting conundrum, because when I did that, about a week into that, my YouTube channel got suspended because I was apparently I was impersonating a medical professional. It took about a week to explain to YouTube, please actually watch my videos and you'll understand that's not what I'm, and everything was sorted out. So that was going great, and it was chugging along quite nicely. Got a couple hundred subscribers. I was happy. And during one of the conversations, we were talking about something, but because the show of Doctor Who had become political, my clearly underlying feeling of politics began to come to the forefront, especially with the scamdemic and everything else. And we were doing one, I can't remember what we were talking about, and I was going off on one, which was fine. And somebody in the chat just said, "Will someone tell that gobby git to shut up?" Now, me being me, immediately thought, well, I'm not going to get offended or upset by that. I'm going to own it. So I immediately changed my name to the Gobby Guy. And thus was born the Gobby Guy channel. Now, the Gobby Guy channel carried on. I left Doctor Who chat, and I met a wonderful guy called John the White, who sadly has passed away. And while we were chatting, it turned out that he just had a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer, and he wanted to do a series of podcasts which were talking about Doctor Who, and we covered, and the whole idea was to do it so he had a legacy and he could, you know, and we didn't realise we'd get all the way to the end. And we started reviewing Doctor Who from episode 1 upwards, and in the end we managed to go all the way up to Peter Capaldi and do a few specials, and then sadly John passed away. So those were on that channel. Whilst I was doing that, I was also talking to other people, and there was sorry about this, but I might as well, you know, use this as an opportunity to, because there's loads of new people are watching, and I think just to give you a bit of background history to where I am may help. And as I said, because of Dino and what he did on that video, which blew me away, I completely forgot what I was going to talk about today. So you might as well get this. So during that, there was because people go, "Oh, politics, oh, it's vile." Trust me, compared to the vile nature of the Doctor Who fan base, I mean, you want to see toxicity, go and look at these idiots. But in any case, and they'd actually managed to bully one of the female fans off the internet completely by just being nasty, horrible things. So to show my support, or show support, I got a lot of people who were together to just do a little video. All they had to do was hold up a sign, "I stand with Melina," to show support for the girl, so she knew that she wasn't on her own. And I compiled them all into a video and then put it out so she could see the fact that there was all these people who genuinely supported her. And that's the whole point of that video. But in the process of that, of course, people were saying, "Oh, you know, you're cashing in on somebody else's misery," and all that lot. And in the naivety of it all, I turned around and said, "Okay, fine. If that's how you feel, I'll leave the video up for 2 weeks and then I'll delete the channel," which is what I did. And then I left it for a bit, and it was then reborn as the Gobster. And then it became the Gobster Talks About Things. Now, some people say, where did I get Gobster from? Now, if you watch the Doctor Who videos that are still on my channel, they're still on this channel way back in the midst of time, I had the genuine privilege and honour to talk to Sophia Miles, who played Madame Pompadour in one of my favourite Doctor Who episodes of New Who, but we'll leave that. And she said she called me the Gobster, and it stuck. And that's where we are now. Doctor Who was fading away because of all the stupid shit on that, but I'd also realised that politics was the thing that I really genuinely had passion about. So I decided to start taking the step, and I took the step, and we are where we are now. And I pinched myself. And to sit and read comments from people where people, I never realised I would resonate with so many people. I didn't think I'd be this personality that I am, or appear to be, where people are genuinely think I'm an awesome person, and I just didn't. I literally am genuinely blown away by everybody's responses. I mean, I get the usual, the self-terminate things and all the usual nasty snipes, but that's fine because I understand that. That's part of life. You stick your head against the parapet wall, people are going to shoot at you, and that's absolutely fine. But I literally, I mean, to me, I've just got now 8,100 people who follow me, which is just, to me. And people are saying, oh, you're famous. And I don't see it myself. I just see it as a 56 now, old man, living in Solihull, Brum, looking at things and going, things aren't right. And, as I've said before, I'm a father of 7 kids. 3 of them are stepkids and 4 of them are my own. And I've got 3 grandkids. And I look and I think, I don't ever want them to turn around and say, Dad or Granddad, why didn't you do something about this? Why didn't you say something? And that's what it was. Plus also, it's a chance for me to vent out, because Mrs. G, I mean, she's red-pilled now and she's struggling with the fact of being red-pilled, but I don't want to burden her with a lot of things, because she's got her own problems and I'm here for her, not the other way around. Because I'll be honest, if it wasn't for Mrs. G and the dark place I was in nearly 16 years ago now, I wouldn't even be here to do these. I genuinely wouldn't. And she genuinely saved me. She really did. From a very, very dark place. So the least I can do is be there for her and not burden her with everything. I do when she asks me to explain stuff, and I explain it. But other than that, so that's what this is for. And therefore, you know why I do. So I'm in the car. I've got to go and do some shopping. But it's because this is the time I get to myself. There are some that will be in the studio. I have just recorded one last night about the Gaza situation, which I will upload today, maybe, tonight actually. I'll get it uploaded tonight, and I'll be doing some more in that. But you're just gonna have to take the fact this is the car, and this is what I do. So now you know why I do what I do, and how I do it, and the reason why I do it. And I never, ever, ever expected it to be where it is now. I genuinely didn't. And the kind messages of support and things people say about me, in a genuine, nice way, just knocks me for 6. It really does. Because I didn't expect it to be like that. I really didn't. Any case, 2 videos coming up on the screen. One will be the last one I uploaded. The other one will be the one that the gods of YouTube, using the mighty, mighty algorithm, will have picked just for you. It's called Best for Viewer. So it must be for you. If you're one of the 60%, it's gone down a lot, who watch my videos and aren't subscribed, why not? Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's totally free and it's awesome. If you've done that, you can also then hit the likes, the shares, and engage in that awesome comment section down below. And before I go, thank you, Dino Blaine. Yes, I do take gobshite as a compliment. I am, after all, the gobby one. So, with that, I'm done. And until the next one.